Did you know that process engineering and process management is recognized by the private sector as the main driver for performance and for productivity? Hello, it is great to have you here. I have the big pleasure today of sharing with you one more very important criteria, principle for the excellence of management of your vocational school. Let's talk about process management. Well, first of all, what is a process? Well, a process is not a bench of bureaucratic rules. It's not a bench of documents. It's not a bench of activities that will not create value. On the contrary, our key messages for processes are: first, a process have to add value to our client and to society. Second point, a process has to be clear and has to be controlled by key performance indicator so that we can continuously improve the quality of our processes. Third point, processes are fundamental to understand the value chains of my vocational school and therefore the relation of my school with society, the relation of my school with my client, with industry. Let's now talk about some tools that we can use in order to map and improve processes inside of our vocational school. So as we said, process has to create value. It's not a bench of bureaucratic rules. So let's define always a process with input products or services, the bench of activities we are going to realize with these inputs in order to produce value-added products, services. Let's always remember what are the skills that are required to perform the transformation. What are the infrastructures that are required in order to add this value? And finally, what are the business rules, the legal rules that we need to follow in order to perform the transformation? That is a description of a process. Inputs, outputs, skills, infrastructure, business rules, and activities. Now let's remember that a process always needs to have key performance indicators. We need to be able to measure the value that the process had inside of our school. And therefore, we need to be able to always improve our process based on these numbers and based on the rules and infrastructure and skills that we have for the process. Finally, having process means being able to map, create a picture of the value chains that exist inside my vocational school and the value chains that link my vocational school with society in relation to my students, in relation to companies, industries, society, public sector. All these stakeholders are part of my value chains. Let's now sum up. So we've said that processes are fundamental for productivity and for performance. But we said that process is not a bench of bureaucratic rules. A process needs to add value to my business and to my client. It needs to be defined. We need key performance indicator to be able to follow on the process and improve the processes. Finally, we need to create a picture of relationships between the process to understand our value chains. Good. Let's now finish with a little challenge. I would like you to think right now about 2 core important processes inside of your vocational school. And just help me answer this question. Do you have proper key performance indicators to follow on these processes? Are you able to improve continuously these processes? Thank you so much for your attention and see you very soon.